Hello, guys. Good morning. I hope you're all doing well because here in my home, everyone is doing well. We are fine, we are all healthy, and we always thank God for the far He has taken us. We do not take we do not take anything for granted, and I always appreciate each and every person or my fan that always come back to watch my videos, comment to my videos, and also like my videos. So, to my new subscribers, my name is Haoma_KE. And also, if you're coming across this channel for the first time, you're welcome. We have a lot of space here. We welcome each and every person to this amazing family. So thank you so much for the love and support that you've shown me all through my videos. I really appreciate. Today is another day. It's another farming day. It's another amazing day. So I'm just preparing breakfast. I always take my breakfast very seriously. So today I'm preparing some eggs. And on this other side, I'm making some porridge for the babies. And so also because it is on a weekend, the kids are also engaged and involved in each and everything here in my home. So to accompany my eggs, I'm going to make some kachumbari. If you're Kenyan, you know. And because I have a lot of avocado, I'm also going to incorporate avocado in my kachumbari. I rarely do that, but today I just felt like also doing the same. So tomorrow, Sunday at 5 p.m. Kenyan time, we are going to have a live session. It will be my third live session, and I've noted down all the questions that you've been asking me during my videos. So I'll be answering most of them, and also I'll want also to engage with the fans and know my fans well during the live session. So you're welcome. Feel free to ask questions and also just anything you're free to ask during the live. So my kachumbari is done. I didn't have some coriander, but I added some lemon on top, but I didn't record. So I'm done with the kachumbari. So I've prepared white tea and black tea. The kids are taking white tea and I'm taking the black tea. And also my green maize, fresh maize is ready. So this is the last batch of our green maize harvest. So we are done with the green maize. It's now harvest time. So let me make my breakfast and then take my breakfast, then head on to the farm. I always love making a very heavy breakfast because when I'm at home and I'm not at work, I always take advantage of the little time that I have to do some farm work. And most of the time, if I'm doing some farm work, sometimes I forget taking especially lunch. So having heavy breakfast is very necessary for me. And if you're my subscriber, you know I really consider and I really take time making my breakfast. So let me have my breakfast, then do other activities in the farm. So breakfast is done. I just want to head on to the farm to do some little vegetable harvest because the rains have come back. So it's time now to prepare the land to start planting other things. So today I'll also sow some um, carrot seeds and also some bell peppers. So that's what I'll be doing today. So I also want to clear up this onion section because I feel like the onions are done, and also the kids are also involved in feeding the ducks and also doing other chores in the farm. So I've harvested this section, the onions, the red onions, for some time now, and so I just want to prepare that area, give it like 1 week, and then I'm going to plant other things on that section, other vegetables. So if you've been camping here and watching my videos for the longest time, you know I love farming a lot. And one of the reasons is I used to get bored staying here at home, because when you move from the city to the village, most of the time you rarely have friends, so you keep things to yourself. So one of the things that I used to do is just to farm. When I'm bored, I go to the farm because we have land and the space is big also here. So that's why you see me doing farming a lot. But I have other activities that I do, but farming is one of the major things that I always do here in my farm. So I'm done with the onions. I want to harvest also the slender leaf seeds and also the jute leaves seeds, especially the jute leaves. These are the jute leaf seeds. They have stayed here for some time, so because the rains have come back, they'll start dropping down on the ground because they're already dry. So it's high time I remove all the seeds from the farm, then I prepare that land. And there's nothing good like just saving your organic seeds from your farm, because most of the time we always buy seeds from the market, and sometimes they are always they do not grow 100%. So when I have that chance to save my seeds, I take it to the fullest. So that's why I'm trying to save, especially the slender leaf and the jute leaf seeds. They're very expensive in the market. I think I'm done with harvesting all the jute leaves. Jute leaves are the murere. We call murenda or murere here in Western Kenya. And the slender leaf is what we call mito here in Western Kenya. And these are very popular vegetables here in Western Kenya, especially the mito is a herb. So we are done with the harvest. And I'm super excited because this is a good amount of seeds that I'm going to save here. So stick around, don't go anywhere. I have two activities that I'm going to do after this. One of them, we are making a vase. If you've been here for some time, you know I love vase making. So I'm going to make a vase and then later on plant some carrots and bell peppers. So it's been so long since I made a vase, and all the vases that you see on my front porch, I've made them myself, and others I have in the house. So let's begin. I always use white cement. This is white cement, and also I use the normal cement, the gray one. So, but today I'm going to use the white cement, and I have these small pieces of clothes that I've cut from an old bed sheet. You can use anything. The stronger the material, the better the vase. So I'm also going to use two bottles, the soda bottles. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut the that bottle, the two sections that I've indicated. The reason why is to make the vase a little bit shorter than a little bit shorter, the way I just want it to be. So that's what I'm doing. So I've cut the first side and this other side, and now I'm not going to use this middle piece that I've cut. So that's I'll throw it out, and then I'll join these two pieces. You see now the vase will be a little bit shorter. Now this other bottle that I'm cutting, this other piece, I'm going to put it on top. I'll just show you how I do it. I always have a handsaw, but I cannot find it. So I'm just using my old knife that I'm using to cut now the bottles. And nothing goes to waste here in my home. If the plastic bottles or the old clothes, they all get something to be used for. So you see now I'm going to join that piece from the other pieces that I had. I'm now going to join them together, and then I'll have a complete now piece all together. So I'm going to use the tape to join the pieces together. If you have the glue, you can use it, but because I don't have the glue, I'm just going to use the tape, and it will work perfectly. So one of the reasons why I started making my own vases is because living here in the village, sometimes it's hard to get most of these things that are found in the city, and most of the time we get it from the city, and sometimes it becomes too expensive. So I just started learning how to make them, and after some time I perfected on them. Lily, Lily, come. Tell Lily to go. Ah, inacheza anacheza na wewe. He's playing with you. Say come, come, come. So the first thing you're supposed to do is dump the cloth. Make sure you dump them inside water and then squeeze them. Remove all the water from them, and then now start mixing your white cement with water. Do not make it too heavy or too light, because the main purpose here is to make the cement to stick to the bottle, the clothes to stick to the bottle. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to put the clothes inside now the mixture, and then start sticking the pieces one by one to the vase. So the purpose of using now the cloth comes now here, because the more clothes you put, it will be easier for you now to start molding later on. So you're supposed to continue with the same process until you see that you've laid all the pieces well. You know, one of the things that I've learned with vase making is patience. It needs a lot of patience, because if you're in a rush, you will spoil your vase and you won't make a complete a vase. So after you're sure that you've laid all the pieces well outside and also at the top of the vase, now I'm going, and you're sure the vase is proportional, you let your vase to dry well. This is the most important part. Before later on, I'm going to add now some white cement on top. So as my vase is drying, let me head on now to the farm to do just two activities, and then I'll be done. So I want to uproot the strawberry seedlings from here, just some of it, and then I'll head on to plant as the kids help me out with removing the seeds from the jute leaves and also the slender leaf. So I'll be using this section or area just to propagate my strawberries and then plant them to the farm after I've seen the seedlings are a little bit bigger. So I'm going to plant our strawberries and also the carrots and also the bell peppers at this section. I remember I had prepared this section a little bit earlier. That's what I always do. I prepare the land, let it rest for like 1 week, and then come back later to plant if I'm planting any crop. So when you're planting these small seeds, make sure you just um, dig a very shallow trench, and then just pour the seeds. For the carrots, I always pour the seeds, and then for the bell peppers, I'm going to just put them on the seed bed, and then I'll transplant them later on. So I had applied some compost manure for my strawberries here before. So today I'm just planting the strawberries. Always make sure to mix your compost with the soil, just to prevent the compost from burning your crops. So that's what I am doing. And because it is on a rainy season, I'm not going to do some watering because the rains have come back. This is the third season of our rain pattern. It's always after August, September, October, and November. We always have heavy rains. So I'm done with the strawberries. Let me plant now the bell peppers. I don't know what I'm going to do with the bell peppers this time round because the other bell peppers didn't do so well. I think I'm going to do some little bit of research if I did wrong on either sunlight. The space that I planted them did not have constant supply of sunlight. So this time round, when I transplant them, I'm going to plant them where there is a lot of sunlight. For the carrots, I'm always not worried about them because they did well on this area, and I've planted also some on the other section of the farm. So I'm good to go with carrots. I always This is the reason why I plant my crops on rotation so that I can have constant supply of vegetables or other crops in my farm. So soon I'm going to start harvesting also the carrots again. So it's a very good thing. Farming your own food is the best thing ever. So when you're covering these small seeds, you can decide either to put dry grass on top or just cover with very little soil and you're good to go. So I eventually put some dry grass on top, and the reason why is they take shorter to start germinating. You see, these are the cabbages that I planted the other day, and they are already out. Even the red onions that we planted during our last video, they're already out. So that is the reason why I always put some dry grass on top. So these are the uh, red onions. You see, they have started germinating. They have germinated very fast. So we are good to go soon. After like two weeks, I'm going to now to transplant them on the other side of the farm. So before I leave the farm, I'm going to harvest some tomatoes here. They are drying up, but I have planted some on the seed bed and also some that dropped here on the ground. They are already growing. So I'll have some more tomatoes to transplant later on. So I'm done. Let me go and prepare some lunch for my family and then just rest for the afternoon section. So these are the seeds that have my kids have managed to remove from the husks. These are the slender leaf seeds, and also they have also managed to remove the mrenda or the jute leaf seeds. So this is a good amount. I'm going to let them dry all of them and then remove now from the husk later on. So this will save me a lot on money. So our lunch is ready. we are taking just rice and then with beans. I'm not going to take avocado. I've taken a lot of avocado lately, so I'm just going to take some rice and beans and then I'm good to go. So I've just checked my vase and it's a little bit dry. So after it has dried just a little bit, make sure you apply more now white cement on top. I'm using the brush to apply the white cement on top. So I'll also let it dry very well during the night, and then the next day I'm going to apply another layer of white cement. That's what I always do. So this is a very nice, somebody might think it's a clay, it's made of clay, but it's just from your used soda bottles and with old clothes and white cement, and you're good to go. So I'm going to let it dry, and that is it for us today. So this video will continue in my next video when I'll show you a complete vase after I've done everything. So it's been a long day. Let me take some rest. I'll take some evening tea. So thank you so much for watching. If you have watched this video till the end, thank you so much. Be blessed. See you in my next video. Bye bye.